Hello everyone, my name is Teacher Tertius and this is Teacher Patricia. Welcome to the 2021 Open House. Unfortunately, the parents will not be able to visit our beautiful school. But this year, we've decided to do it a little bit different. First of all, parents had the opportunity to view the class during Google Meet session in which you could have seen how the teachers and the students get along in the classroom. We will have a video this year where the teachers will introduce themselves as well as the Eagle curriculum and books. If parents have any other questions, we will have a one-on-one conversation with teachers as well today. And please if you have any questions that you would like to ask the teachers, you can use this opportunity to do so.
各位家长，大家好。我是义国美语关埔校营运主任Patricia，那这是我的外事主任 Teacher Tertius。那欢迎各位参加2021年义国美语关埔校的 Open House。很遗憾，今年我们还是没有办法可以跟大家一起相见欢。那可是我们准备了一些活动，首先就是在线上的课程教学的示范影片，然后接下来呢就是老师会做一些自我介绍跟一个课程的介绍，最后呢是爸爸妈妈跟小朋友可以在线上跟老师一起做小朋友课程上的一些Q&A 做询问。那我相信在这样子的安排之下呢，爸爸妈妈可以更了解我们义国的课程跟小朋友的学习状况。非常希望我们明年或者是之后的活动可以跟爸爸妈妈一起相见欢。
Hello parents, my name is Teacher Eric and it's a pleasure to get to talk to you all. So this is currently my third year. I started in the spring of 2020 teaching at Eagle. And I'm very excited to continue teaching this Penguins class. To give you a little bit more context about myself, I believe in encouraging a really open environment for the students where everybody is participating together. And I also have been really trying to give them a lot of English vocabulary so that they don't need to speak Chinese in the classroom. They can really expand and say what they want to say in English and practice like that. So I'd love to just tell you a little bit more about the books we're using, our curriculum. But first I'd like to talk about this app that we have called Word Nests. It's a really good way to practice and review vocabulary. It shows examples and sentences. And if you're looking for something extra to practice English with your students or with your kids, this is a great way to do it. If you have other questions about the Word Nest app, you can contact the Penguins One Liaison Tanya. She would be happy to answer any questions you have. Something else that Eagle does is a program called Eagle Fun. And this is essentially very, very short, very fun, I wouldn't say homework assignments, but it's extracurricular, out-of-class learning that students do. Essentially, every week there's a very short 3 to 4 minute video and some pictures and writing to go along with the video. And once students watch the video, they're able to fill out a little worksheet. Usually there's coloring involved or something fun like this. And it's a great way to keep their English sharp over the holidays. So again, for more information, feel free to contact Eagle about Eagle Fun. To give you some more ideas about how the classes run, I use the whiteboard very heavily during my lessons. I also like to use all of the printouts and things I have on the walls. I don't need to show you guys right now, but I have a lot of colors, shapes, short vowels, long vowel sounds, and I really think, especially with the Penguins class where they're so young and oftentimes inexperienced with English, it's really, really helpful to have pictures, have very kind of fun to look at examples, and whenever I'm teaching something, I try to use a lot of body language to get the idea across. One question I think that gets frequently asked is how do you accommodate students who are slower learners or slower workers? How will you make sure that they get the attention they need? Fortunately, even in a big class like this, we have 19 students this year. Oftentimes, the students who are a little bit faster, I encourage to work independently and check their work. I'll usually set up some examples on the board to help them continue without needing my assistance so that I can spend more one-on-one time with the students who are maybe picking something up a little bit slower or not fully understanding it right off the bat. So I've found even with very full classes, last year my Penguins class was also 20 students actually, so even larger than this year. But I found that it's very doable to give those students the time they need while also not having other students feel like they're not doing anything or not getting any attention. In terms of the books and the things we do, let me show you our word list. So every week, this is a good example, I guess, it's a particularly long word list, but every week students will have 2 separate papers. They'll have a paper with the pictures and the words, and then they will have a duplicate where they get to draw their own pictures. When I'm teaching a word, I will have the students repeat after me, saying the word. I'll write the word every time on the board. And I'll have them say the word, I'll have them spell the word, and then if need be, if it's something a little bit difficult to explain, I will give examples or do interactive kind of teaching with that concept, and then the students will get to draw their own version of the word, which I think really helps them have fun drawing, but also have fun practicing with the word, learning the word, and just kind of being exposed to that writing, exposed to that spelling a lot more. Now, because the students are so new, a lot of the textbooks have similar content in them, at least at the beginning. But to talk about the phonics book, this is a great book for having students practice specifically with letters themselves. At first it starts out very, very basic. They practice, keeping a steady hand writing and drawing. They practice image and shape recognition and some letter recognition. But if we skip ahead a little bit, you'll see that they will be writing their own letters. They'll be having to identify pictures of vocabulary words, much like the word list, that use those letters. Maybe it's a short U sound. Maybe it's a middle vowel they need to look out for. And this book kind of slowly, gradually challenges the students to listen for letter sounds a lot more. The Reading Plus is a very important book for the Penguins class. Again, it starts out very basic, looking at colors, matching pictures, this kind of thing. But as we progress, we get to discuss different themes, discuss ideas like what do you do at the zoo? What animals do you see? Listening again for the first letter of a word, different sounds they make, practicing writing. And eventually, we are going to get into, mostly in the spring semester, we're going to be getting into some stories, some very basic stories. And the students love to finally, get to read a story, talk about a story. And they're all about this cat named Bibbs, and they're pretty entertaining. So, a lot of fun the students have with this book. In addition to that, we have ABCs, which is pretty self-explanatory. The students will be practicing writing letters, writing words, and then drawing pictures corresponding to those letters. In addition to all of these, we also have some other books. We have Look at Me, and I'm not going to talk too much about Look at Me here. It's better to demonstrate with a smart TV. Every week we'll have an interactive kind of touchscreen TV that the students can answer questions with, and then practice kind of conversational English. Their journals are pretty simplistic at first, start out with oftentimes just one-word responses, but it helps the students practice good handwriting and creative writing to an extent. They get to talk about their favorite holiday, or how old they are, how many family members they have, this kind of thing. The science books are a real challenge and something that I think students really get into as the year progresses. These books oftentimes will have difficult concepts like having to teach the anatomy of a plant, for example, or what kind of fruits, what kind of seeds there are. A lot of it is about the environment, healthy lifestyle choices, exercise, this kind of thing. As well as materials. Later on in the year we talk about stretchy things, flexible things. So really, I think in terms of challenging students with more vocabulary, critical thinking, this book really comes in handy down the line. Of course, I can't really summarize everything we do and use in a few short minutes. I've probably gone on too long already, but I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek of some of the things we do in the class. And if you have any other questions or comments, feel free to contact me or Tanya. We're both happy to talk to you. Thank you so much, parents.